Hello, this is mathjazz from Almost Cool. I'm here with a mathemagician,
Hello.
and we are still leveling this hill for building our next building on it. So, last time we left off, I was talking about I signed up for a waltz class this semester. Actually, it's a ballroom class, and the first dance we're doing is waltz, and the next dance we're doing is quick step. But, so, well, we just had our test in waltz, and I got a good score on my dance test, which I was really worried about because I am not a coordinated person. But that wasn't why I brought it up. Why I brought it up was talking about algebra in the last episode reminded me that one of the students in this waltz class, her mom was a grad student in mathematics and wrote a master's thesis on algebra. And so I looked it up in the library and asked the library, "Hey, can you find a copy of this book?" And they could, and they did. And it's on my desk in my apartment right now.
Nice.
So it's actually been really nice reading it because um, it goes through a lot of the algebra that I need to review for the algebra exam that's coming up in a couple months. They prove a whole bunch of stuff, or I say they, I mean she. She proves a whole bunch of stuff that is like algebra related, well, because it's an algebra thesis. And it's a lot of the stuff that I have seen on past exams.
Oh, cool.
So she goes through the proof of she goes through the proof of the that the center of every group of order p to the alpha is non-trivial.
Okay.
So that showed up on a past exam. But
Oh, algebra. That supposedly I understood well enough to pass a test on.
I'm looking forward to passing the exam so I can forget everything I know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to do that.
Oh.
So I don't have quite as strong a dislike of analysis as I do of algebra. But I did not think that, like, that exam was hard for me to pass. But now that I've passed it, like, I actually have retained quite a bit more about analysis than I thought I would. Like, when I saw you and one of our office mates studying for it, I was like, oh, I know that, and I know that too, on a lot of the things you were studying. I thought, but I passed this exam uh, well before you guys did. And I thought I would have forgotten everything by now. So all of you in YouTube land, I saved algebra for the last exam I would pass. Out of the 3 exams that were required to pass in this PhD program, I saved algebra for last. I passed topology and analysis earlier. But, the mathemagician... Actually...
I saved mine for last as well.
Yeah, you passed it last as well. I just haven't passed it yet.
Someday you shall.
Yeah. I think I'll pass it this semester.
That'll be good. Hey, what's the recipe for an item frame?
I thought it was sticks on the outside and leather in the middle. Did they change it?
It's that. Yep, you're right. It was just weird because I used the recipe book, and it didn't give me the recipe for item frames, and I thought that's odd. But now I realize that it's because I wasn't in a crafting table when I asked for the recipe, so it was only giving me recipes that I could make without a crafting table. Zombie incoming.
Thank you.
Okay, the boxes are sorted and labeled, except for this one up here, and it has bows.
So, where do I put excess cobblestone?
Does it not fit in the two? There are two cobblestone chests.
Yeah, I know. It
Are
doesn't
they
fit.
both full?
They are full.
Oh, go ahead and put it in the one right above it. It's stone. I mean, I feel like it's not too much of a stretch to have stone and cobblestone, right?
No. Where
Well,
do
or
I
I
put
guess
zombie flesh?
mob drops over
Ah,
to the left. So I tried to do them in columns that sort of like go together-ish. So we have tools and armor, buckets and beds in the first column. We've got wooden things and, of course, saplings and leaves. In the next column, we've got cobblestone, stone, and stone products. We've got dirt, metal and gems, gravel, sand, and glass. We've got clays. We've got interactive type blocks, redstone and explosives and rails. We've got kind of what's I'm looking for here? Specialty building blocks come next, like snow and wool. Then we have our plants, like food and dyes. Then we've got mob drops, bows and arrows. And finally, we have the stone wannabes.
stone wannabes. So, like, stone walls? Oh no, you mean like andesite and stuff like that.
Yes, precisely.
Okay. Is that how you labeled the chest? Is with a sign that says stone wannabes?
No, it's 3 chests. Each one has its exact contents.
Oh.
Well, plus or minus the fact that it's polished. So I think I'm going to, since we have so much wood, put up a wooden fence around our perimeter.
Okay.
And
Is
then light up
there a
everything.
wooden fence in the like what kind of fence is it on the build plans?
Not sure. Let's see. So they just have a wall. So they have a white wool wall along the base.
Okay.
I mean, we could do that.
I figure that there's no reason to like put up a fence and then tear it down to put up whatever wall is in the building.
Oh, I was gonna put the fence not on the build site, but like maybe 5 or 6 blocks beyond the build site,
Ah. Okay.
circling it. But we could
Kind
also
of like
do
how
this
he did
wall.
for Notre Dame.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I mean, for St. Basil's and the Kaaba, we were basically on top of hills. Oh, and you fenced off the Kaaba too, didn't you?
Yes.
And then the Taj Mahal was so big that, and we built it suspended, so we didn't really have to worry about mobs until the very end.
Oh, but I walled that off by digging down so that the level on which we normally were was a 2-block jump to get from the layer below it.
Okay.
And then I put everything up. So.
Well, far be it from me to tell you
It's all good.
yes or no on something like this. You know?
No, but I did like your idea of doing the white wool. However, I think are we pretty much down to the correct layer now?
Um,
And the correct width?
I I just cut everything down to the level that you told me to.
Okay. Fantastic. I think it's the right. I'm gonna grab some redstone dust and measure.
Okay. Oh, I have a bunch of redstone dust here. I don't have, I thought I had a bunch, but I guess I used a bunch to blow up the mountain.
Oh yeah, I need a little bit more than that. Let's see. Oh, we are running a little bit low on redstone dust, but we have almost 2 stacks of redstone blocks, so.
We're running a bit low. We just have 18 stacks of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although we haven't really done, like, I mined like crazy before we built Notre Dame. And a lot of the resources that we have are actually pre-Notre Dame.
Yes.
So, unfortunately, the level that you asked me to cut down to is one lower than the level that you put all of the chests.
Oh, but I don't know if we need to dig back that far, do we?
Well, we want the floor of the building to be higher or equal to the height of the ground around it, right?
Maybe. But look, 41 only comes to here where I'm standing. You've already given it a 1, 2, 3, 4, like a 6-meter region around it.
Yeah, but I was just planning on topping the whole mountain to this level.
Mm-hmm. But we could do it after we build.
That's true. But here's the counter-argument to that. Every time we build a building and think, oh, we'll do this terraforming after the building, we never do it.
Sure, we have.
Like
At least
when?
once, I'm sure. What terraforming did we have to do for the Taj Mahal?
Well, we were gonna. We talked about filling in the gaps underneath the building so that it didn't look like it was suspended.
That's true, but we what's the word I'm looking for here? Farmed that out to our compatriots at Almost Cool, but they were not close enough to Cool to do it.
Huh.
No, we can terraform it if you like.
I mean, we're pretty close to finishing.
Okay, so our blueprints that we've looked at for this building use wool so that we can get some nice coloration. Do we want to say, nah, we're going to use clay like we have before? Or do we want to stick with the wool this time?
So, on the one hand, I still think it's weird to use snow and wool as structural blocks in a building. But on the other hand, after doing the Taj Mahal and how terrible it was mining out all of that clay, I don't know if I have quite as strong a resolve on that anymore.
So
Before we started recording, you said you were going to set up a wool farm. So my guess is that you're wanting to make this out of wool as in the diagram.
Well, I know that there are at least parts of it that will have to do carpets.
And you want the colors to match, and they won't match if we use clay.
Well, yeah. I was going to just wool farm for the carpet though, and be like, well, if we do the clay, maybe they don't match perfectly, but they're close. I think the factor to consider in that regard is just how far off is green carpet from, say, green clay.
I don't know. I haven't thought about that recently. We thought about it when we were doing, was it St. Basil's? Where we compared the color of the snow columns to the color of the white hardened clay columns. This was kind of like the building that we're building between ending the Taj Mahal and getting the results back from our pole, though, right?
Yeah.
So perhaps using wool will allow us to build it fast enough that we can start work on whatever our viewers have chosen.
Okay. Now the next question is, do we start an entirely new wool farm, or do I just go back to Notre Dame?
We had a wool farm at St. Basil's.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry. Because now that we have shulker boxes,
we can just take a trip over there, fill our 12 shulker boxes, and then come back. Yeah, that's not hard at all.
In which case, I think I will head over there now, and then, well, I guess I can bring the shulker. Should I leave the shulker boxes here for you just in case you need them?
I don't see why I would need them.
I don't know what you would,
because
right?
I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm going to probably join you so that I can carry one more inventory's worth of wool.
Okay.
There are a bunch of
the other
sheep
thing is,
here.
We're gonna have to chill there for a little while we rack up enough wool.
Yeah. That's okay. Also, we have to figure out the rail lines that come here. I think we decided that the secondary line to the Kaaba was going to come here. Remember, there are two lines from St. Basil's to the Kaaba. One of them dead ends at the Kaaba. The other one goes to the Taj Mahal.
Yes.
So, I think that we'll just take the Kaaba, the line that's currently ending at the Kaaba, and continue it over to here.
Okay.
And then, I know you wanted to have one route that traveled past all of the buildings. And what we can do is we can split the rail here, have it join back up with the Taj Mahal line.
Okay.
So, like, when the switch is thrown, it's in World Monument Tourist mode, and it'll go past all of them. And then when the switch is not thrown, it's in, rapid transport mode, where it just gets from one place to another quickly. Oh, so that actually ends this episode.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye! Oh, and here's a nice view of the sunset while we say goodbye. See you!